I found a new gacha game to play, AFK Journey. Last week, the closed beta testing was underway for this game, and the devs reached out and gave me the opportunity to take part in it. Kevin, are you doing an ad for this amazing video game? Yes, that's right. This video is sponsored by AFK Journey, and I'm here to share with you what the game is all about and share some of my thoughts based on the closed beta testing. So, what is AFK Journey? Good question. Have a seat. AFK Journey is an idle RPG game with an open world map, made by the creators of AFK Arena. It's a cross-platform game, which means you can play on your beefy gaming PC or on your phone. The game takes place in Esperia, a fantasy world full of magic. You play as the powerful wizard Merlin, who for some reason lost his memory. And because everyone in Esperia is a massive Merlin simp, he decided to change his name and appearance. So this is my Merlin, and I named him Albert. I'm very creative. So what can you do in AFK Journey as Merlin or whatever godforsaken name you gave to him? A lot of things. First and foremost, exploration. You can explore 4 different regions: Golden Wheat Shire, Dark Forest, Remnant Peaks, and Vaduso Mountains. You unlock these regions by doing elite challenges and upgrading your AFK levels. Of course, in order to do that, you need heroes. AFK Journey has a wide selection of heroes, from humans, elves, furries, dead people, and a smoking hot witch. And they are classified into 6 different factions, as shown on the screen. If your team consists of 2 or more heroes of the same faction, you will receive an attack buff and an HP buff. Furthermore, the heroes are also classified into 6 classes: tank, warrior, marksman, support, which are usually medics, mage, and rogue. They are pretty self-explanatory except for rogue, which I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like this class is specialized in high mobility and flanking attacks. Additionally, each hero comes equipped with 3 auto skills and 1 ultimate, which is manually controlled. Now that you know your characters, you can mix and match different heroes to make the best team for different kinds of battles. The way battles work in this game is something I've never seen done in any gacha games I've ever played, which the game calls it chessboard positioning. It's a fancy way of saying placing your heroes on a bunch of tiles like in chess. Before the start of the battle, you have the ability to arrange the formation of your team in these hexagon tiles. You can deploy up to 5 heroes in total. The positioning of the heroes is really important, as it determines the path that your heroes will take and the outcome of the battle. During the battle, you can take advantage of the bullet timing mechanic, which slows down time when you're about to use your ult. That way you can launch your ultimate attacks accurately or just take a breather because you fucked up your strategy. Sometimes you also have explosive barrels that you can interact with to help you gain advantage on your enemies. And of course, we can't forget about the most important thing, the AFK mechanic. The game continues to gather resources for you even if you're not playing. As you upgrade your AFK levels, you will get more resources from your AFK sessions, which you will then use to upgrade your heroes and equipment. Unlike other gacha games I've played, the heroes and equipment in AFK Journey share the same level if they are in the same class. For example, if you upgrade a hero in the mage class to level 40, all heroes within this class will also be at level 40, and this system also applies to upgrading your equipment. That's great because I don't have to grind as much and I would not feel guilty not opening the game for several days. Now that you know the gist of what AFK Journey is all about, I want to share some of my thoughts based on my experience from the beta Voyage test. We'll start with the positive aspects of the game. First, the art style. AFK Journey looks beautiful. The canvas art style does a great job showing the colorful land of Esperia. The towns look lively, the forest looks so cozy you just want to camp out in the wilderness. It's a breath of fresh air to see a gacha game with such a unique art style. The story so far is pretty good. I'm not too far into the story yet, so I haven't experienced any groundbreaking plot points or massive lore dumps. But I do like that the story encourages you to explore the map, because you kinda have to go back and forth between regions in the main story quest. I'm at the point in the story where Albert and the gang are doing an investigation involving bandits and this asshole of a noble. The fighting mechanic in AFK Journey is very interesting. Being able to mix and match different factions and classes allows player to discover synergies between characters and create interesting strategies. I'm positive that the gameplay could get even better as more characters are introduced and players gain more experience. I can't wait to see the day that players would come up with solo clear strategies or some really niche combination of heroes. That could be fun to watch. I'm quite impressed with the amount of content available during the beta test. The map of Esperia is massive and there will be plenty of things to explore. They also said that the game will receive updates every 4 months in its full release, and so you will never run out of things to do if you're playing at a casual pace. Additionally, there are also other game modes you can play, like the daily boss called Dream Realm or the PvP Arena. Here, you can challenge yourself with other people and test your skills. I had a lot of fun playing PvP, and it's interesting to learn how everyone else builds their formation based on the map layout. Since AFK Journey is a gacha game, we need to talk about the gacha rates. Fortunately, AFK Journey is quite generous. You have a 2% chance to get an epic hero, and the game gives you plenty of diamonds that you can use to roll on banners. It will be interesting to see how the limited banners work and how it will shift the game's economy in the future. Alright, let's move on to the negatives. Since AFK Journey is still in beta, it's inevitably full of bugs, and I mean a lot of them. You can read it for yourself in the game's Discord server, but I'll just touch upon the bugs and issues that I encountered when I was playing. First, the game needs a massive optimization. I can't play in windowed mode because the game would turn into a 1 FPS PowerPoint presentation. It doesn't matter what resolution you set it, the game will lag and crash, even though I have a pretty strong PC and you can see my specs on the screen. The only way to solve this problem is by playing in full screen mode, which is sometimes not ideal if you're playing on low-spec PCs. The second issue I found is the lack of manual controls in Dream Realm and PvP battles, because the outcome of the battle is influenced by how broken your heroes are, making the game mode more pay-to-win. Alternatively, instead of adding manual controls, you can just add a skip function to the Dream Realm and giving the players rewards based on the highest damage dealt to the boss, and leave the PvP arena with full auto controls. The rest of the problems I have with these games are not as significant as the previous two. For example, when you encounter multiple enemies in a single path, you have to fight them one by one, switching between the main screen and the battle screen very often. Doing this too many times suddenly feels stale and repetitive. So that's AFK Journey for you, from my perspective at least. I love the art style, I love the exploration, and I love the fact that you don't have to grind as much as other gacha games. The beta version may have a lot of flaws, but hopefully the game will be polished at its full release. Yes, this is a sponsored video, but the people behind Lilith Games did a great job at making AFK Journey enjoyable to play. When this game is released, I suggest that you give it a try for yourself. I might come back to this game again on its full release or whenever there's another beta testing happening. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!